On Tuesday, 18th of November, the acting Saudi head of state, Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman of Saudi Arabia, will fly into Washington, the capital of America, for talksies with his bestie Donny Boy. Less than 24 hours before the meetup, Trump has dropped a bombshell. Netanyahu's probably having another vein in his forehead snap. You see, Trump plans to greenlight the sale of F-35 fighter jets to Saudi Arabia. What? The American terrors of the sky, the coveted warplanes so many nations would kill to get, have been trying to get for literally decades. Turkey has spent millions of dollars and years trying to get it, to no avail, and now Saudi is just about to get it. What changed? Here's the analysis. Zooming out early today, let's look to understand the geopolitics of what's going on. London slang. Saudi Arabia, as I've been saying for months, is in a powerful position. Whether or not it wants to use it is up for debate, of course, and use it on what. But it's in a powerful position. It's economically very capable. It sits also, roughly, geographically speaking, in the middle of the two great powers of our age, if they want to go the overland route instead of the Pacific Ocean route. Saudi Arabia, China one side, US on the other side. And it's one of 5 regional powers in the Middle East as well. Saudi has in its hands massive economic and diplomatic levers that analysis shows have been underutilized so far. For the case of Palestine, for example, much to the frustration, I should say, of hundreds of millions globally, Saudi Arabia did not wield its power, did not put its economic chips on the table and say, I'm all in, or say, here's a big chunk of my capabilities or my levers, send me into this gambit to get America to stop Israel from carrying out the atrocities in Gaza. They basically said, sorry, Habibi, chips, we don't gamble. This isn't Casino Royale, this is Halal Riyadh. Now, yes, Saudi Arabia has given billions of dollars. Ask any Saudi who's very, patriotic, mashallah, tabarakallah, we love our prince, we love our king. Yes, they've given billions in aid to the Palestinian cause. I said in previous videos, Saudi Arabia gave tens of millions to the Palestinian cause, and they were like, Habibi, are you still stuck in King Faisal's era? What's going on? Tens of millions. Bro, we've given billions. It triggered many Saudi Arabian citizens, I would say. My apologies. Brothers, my apologies. Billions you gave. Let me be more specific. Over $5 billion. Oof. It's a fat chunk of change. Yeah, much respect. Great job, guys. 5 billion to the Palestinian cause. Mashallah, tabarakallah, takbir, Allahu Akbar. Are you guys watching the same videos I'm watching that are coming out of Gaza, that have come out of Gaza for the last 2 years? Or is Saudi streaming a bit, different? If your generous aid is sitting on the Egyptian side of the border collecting dust, while Palestinian medics are collecting bodies, what use is your billions in aid? If you've built hospitals, then they get flattened by the state. You have the ability to influence, but you keep quiet because, economically, need to keep the reals in the pocket. Then what is the point? Or at least there is a point to building those hospitals, but are you allocating your charitable resources efficiently? If you have untold wealth from oil, but your whole state can't get a single cup of water past the Israeli blockade, really? You sure you want to be, flexing your billions in aid? If a bully, final example, if a bully is beating up my brother, and I flick my brother I get down on the ground as he's lying there, being punched in the face by a bully. I lie down beside him, and we play carom in Bangladesh. It's like a sliding, it's like marbles. Think of marbles like tiddlywinks. I don't know, not tiddlywinks. That's something completely different. We play carom, right? Imagine I'm just flicking painkillers. Not just any pain, not paracetamol from flipping Tesco. No. The good stuff. The ibuprofen, the cocodamol, right? I'm just flicking painkillers at my brother, saying, and I roll him a bottle of water, and I'm like, have some painkillers. It will help you with the punches to the face you have got and continue to get. Brother, I don't need painkillers rolled to me or flicked at me. Bro, why don't you punch this guy for me on my behalf? I can't punch him. You maybe can punch him. No, try. I digress. Let's roll back. Saudi Arabia, as I've stated in my analysis in the past, is an economic powerhouse. Loads of Saudi citizens, ironically, don't give their own kingdom, their own mamlakat, credit the way I give their kingdom credit. See, that's how, I'm not even Saudi, so it's not really patriotic, but that's how much fact, that's the analysis, that's the assessment that fact leads me to, which loads of people, even pro-Saudi government citizenry, don't agree with. That Saudi Arabia is very capable, has levers, has influence, has power. You say, la, we're powerless. All we can do is give aid. No. Saudi Arabia is an economic powerhouse, unlike Iran, for better or worse. I'm not saying Iran or Saudi is better, or one is better or one is worse. Unlike Iran, I'm giving you the facts. Saudi Arabia chose to stay in America's sphere of influence. They chose to stay in line, and their economy developed as a result. This is why the Saudi administration is, by a significant chunk of its citizenry, loved. They say for the last 100 years, we have been taken very good care of. We are very comfortable. We are very wealthy. Just next door, all around us, there's war, there's conflict, there's madness. We're sitting pretty, alhamdulillah, you know. They've been living comfortably. They've been developing. They're well on their way to being a modern, advanced economy. Whereas, you know, Iran, comparison, you know, they've been living in survival mode. North Korea, similar situation, right? American sanctions, American blockade, American this, American that, economic bullying and isolation, for better or worse. I'm not saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying, it's a good thing. I'm just saying it's a thing. That's what's happened to Iran and Russia to some extent, and North Korea. That's not happened to Saudi Arabia. Saudi Arabia is comfortable with America. And now, with Saudi Arabia's $1.2 trillion economy, damn, I mean, mashallah, with its ties to East and West, right? Traditionally West, militarily, technology-wise, West, traditionally, but growing ties to the East, largest buyer of Saudi oil now in the East, China, right? Now Saudi Arabia is in a different position from where it was 50 years ago, 30 years ago, 20 years ago. In this new position, in this new multipolar world order that's emerging, if the Saudi administration chooses to flex their muscles, their muscles, as we South Asians would say with our interesting accents, if they choose to flex their leverage, they may find America is willing to offer some perks to keep Saudi on their side. The relationship's shifted, guys. In the great power side taking that's happening, the dragon of the East has woken, and it is open for business. I have velvet cushion for you right here. Come sit down. I've got best offer for you. And Saudi's like, Habibi, should we consider? They look like they've got some good deals. And someone else is like, la, akhi, we have America. We have America. Well, guess what? To keep Saudi on the American side in this great power standoff that's building, America might have to give Saudi Arabia some goodies, including, looks like, F-35s. Now is the time, analysis would suggest, for Saudi Arabia to turn to its old allies and say, we have deals, Habibi, yes. We've had partnerships in past, yes. But show me it is still worth it for me to stay with you, inshallah. Give me some good stuff, right? And Trump may have just revealed my analysis is credible because F-35s aren't just offered to anyone. This is cutting-edge warplanes, American technology, and control of the sky gives you a ridiculous amount of battlefield advantage. It won't win you a war in every case. It certainly won't win you an occupation. It certainly won't allow you to stay in long occupation of a country if you can't commit ground forces, but it will do a damn lot. F-35s that would arguably rob Israel of their strategic advantage in the region, just given away to Saudi Arabia. A long-standing US doctrine, after all, says that we always sell the best American tech military to Israel, and the second-class stuff to the second-class citizens. The second-class stuff to our other friends and allies. Egypt, Turkey, Saudi, they get the good stuff, but the second good stuff, right? A strategic advantage given to its special ally, Izzy Boy. In case things ever pop off in the Middle East, they want Israel to be right at the front. Things are changing. The world we are heading into is meaning that Saudi Arabia might be getting some of the best stuff, the top shelf good stuff now. the good stuff. Now, time will tell how things turn out. Whether or not Saudi Arabia will choose to use this leverage, how it will choose to use this leverage. But as my book on geopolitics, soon to come out, will tell you, an administration can almost always, very reliably be expected to take care of the administration itself first. So the administration, caring for itself and the nation of Saudi Arabia, will try and use this leverage if it's brave enough to do so, because it will require some stepping out of your comfort zone. You're very comfortable basically taking foreign policy wise orders from someone else and growing your economy. It's very uncomfortable to go through, growing up phase. It's very uncomfortable to be like, I'm a big boy now, I've got my own choices to make, my own independence, I'm my own man. It's not easy. But if they can do it and they can leverage it to their benefit in this, I could go and work with China more, I could stay and work with America more. If they can pull it off cleverly, if they can operate smoothly at a geopolitical, geostrategic level, there's a lot of benefit to be had for the Saudi state. Time will tell how things turn out, and I'll be here to report to you the news and the analysis unbiased and without the Western spin. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your continued support. And I'll see you, NewsBaba, Mafus, Talukta. I'll see you on the next one.